Luis started using drugs when he was a teenager.
And I had another very strong addiction, which was fornication. As time goes by, these things start dominating us, and we start to lose control of our job, of our family, of our own life. I ended up getting a business degree. I used to work at a very big agricultural company. It was a very big company. I worked internal sales, external sales, as a supervisor. Then I became a manager. Around that decade, in the beginning of the 90s, 91 at that time, I started to turn on the TV at night, and I began watching Dr. Soares. He taught me to talk to God, that God could forgive all my sins. I could be a different person. So for several years, I kept watching him at night, and also during the day. It was strengthening me and encouraging me. In 96, I started attending a church for a while. I ended up staying there for 2 years, and I got baptized in that denomination. But at that time, I was still addicted to drugs. I wasn't able to be delivered, and I backslid.
Because of his lack of professional commitment, Luis was fired from the pesticide manufacturer in 2000 and started working as a salesman.
In 2008, I met Michelle. At that time, I was going to bars, and so was she. Around the end of 2012, more or less, in the beginning of 2013, we moved in together, and our apartment was very, very small.
After some time, we began talking to each other about God's Word. We started to watch the services on TV.
So at night, we would watch the faith show, we would pray, and ask God to forgive us and to show us the way to come out of this life we were living.
The drugs made me depressed. And deep down, I knew that I would only be healed if I really dedicated myself to the Word. Then God would touch me and turn me into a new person.
What touched me the most at that time, in what I heard from Dr. Soares, was that he treated faith in God in a different way. He believed in God, as I believe today, who is a God to whom I can talk personally and who was able to change those bad habits of mine. Maybe the most important sentence was, "Come as you are." So in the end of 2013, beginning of 2014, we decided to rededicate our lives. We began asking God to strengthen our faith, and we went to church every day.
Our lives have been transformed. I've become a new woman.
We struggled a lot to quit our addiction, but we did it by the grace of God. And ever since then, I was already paying tithe at that time, and I started to give offerings.
In 2016, I decided to be baptized, to have an encounter with God, with our Jesus. And that was the best decision of my life. We got married around the same time I was baptized, and it was wonderful.
That same year, Luis began to work as a real estate consultant. He dreamed of switching their 54 square meter apartment for a bigger one. However, his salary wasn't enough.
Then in November of 2019, there was a campaign of the double tithe. I embraced that cause the moment I heard of the church. I felt that it was for me. In January of 2020, my income doubled. It didn't just double, it became a little bit more than twice my salary until 2019. One master bedroom. It's in a very good neighborhood.
The comfort, the convenience, the Lord gave all that to us.
So today we know that we have much calmer life. We have a very good income.
Michelle is a calmer woman. She's more loving. She's friendlier, more family-oriented.
Today I am respected. I have respect and love. Only God could have given me this. No one else.
A total life transformation, that's what God does.